Hello and welcome to the Cognac Room. I am your host, Jay Christian. I'm here with my lovely co-host.
Hello, everybody. It's Petra.
You got the right one.
And hey, this right here, Mike Jet, featuring T RZA. Right one. Love this song. This shit dope.
You got the right one, baby. I pull up on you with a rose in my hand. Put you in them shoes that you want when we land. What you tryna do? What's the move? What's the plan? Baby, yeah. Baby, yeah. Baby, oh baby. You got the sugar, you know it. I blow a bag on you. I love the way that you throw it. I can't be mad at you. I'm loving your face, your body, your style, and I'm digging your attitude. Send me your location, baby. Longitude and latitude. And I pull up on you with a rose in my hand. I can picture you dripped in gold in Japan. I'm talking staycations in places that we ain't never seen. Exotic, so full of crystal, look like some diamond rings. I speak the language of love for you, little baby. Voudrez-vous for me de lay up with me, little baby? Cause you know that you're my sweet lady. I put my heart right in your hands. What you gon' do with it, baby? Got the right one. I pull up on you with a rose.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Say what now?
Mike Jet never disappoints.
Never disappoints.
Never disappoints.
You are absolutely right about that. He's a bad boy. His music is streaming on all music platforms. Do yourself a favor. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Go try it out. Go listen to it.
Way back and love it, or you can go to some of his most recent stuff and you still gonna love it.
Still gonna love it. He's a bad boy. So yeah.
I feel like here come the fuckery. A little bit.
So I actually came up on a topic today. It wasn't today. It was yesterday, actually, I think. Came across this. Females were talking about dudes. They were trying to get them pregnant on purpose.
Trying to end the hot girl summers.
Trying to shut the hot girl summer all the way down.
Falls, all that.
Yeah. Trying to lock you down during hot girl summer.
Exactly.
To push you into fuckboy fall with his ass.
Exactly.
But you know.
But then he's never, most of the time when that happens, that dude, I'm not going to say most of the time, but we know that has happened and that dude ain't shit. Like, I'm serious. Like, the dude who does that is like, I mess up so bad, but if I get this baby, they say women like to trap men with a baby, but y'all know these men be like, she pissed.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the whole thing. Niggas trap chicks too. I mean, niggas trap motherfuckers too. Like, I've done it.
You done trap somebody with a baby?
I've tried to, yeah.
Lord.
And then didn't want their ass afterwards.
See, that's the thing.
It's
and
so
now
bad.
you get stuck with a kid or something that is in this situation with these people who can't stand each other, usually, for real. Like, literally can't fathom to even look at each other or drop off or pick up. That's not
real
cool.
Shit. And I found myself in that situation as well. The thing is, I feel like a lot of times guys are having sex with the girl of their dreams, quote unquote. And we'll say things like, man, I'm gonna put a baby in this motherfucker. I'm gonna put a baby in you. You know, we vocalize that. And, you know, some females will actually jump up or make you get up like, hey, get your ass.
I know, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But also, you know, sometimes the women are engulfed in the moment and they just go with it. Sometimes they don't take us seriously. They think that we're playing. They think we're just talking because guys have been known to do that. But the worst case scenario is the one where she's really ready to be done with your ass.
That's the one. That's the trapper. That's the lion trap, the bear trap, the mouse trap, all in one.
All in one. She's really ready to be done with your ass.
She about to bounce. She got some of her stuff packed up in the back closet.
Got her eyes maybe even on somebody else. And this insecure motherfucker, I was that guy one time, at once, decides she trying to get away from me. I'm going to go on and pump her up in hopes that it'll make her stay, or just in hopes that they'll constantly have a tie to her.
Yeah.
And that could be an inroad back into some form of relationship.
Yeah. But he would never think to actually just do right. Like that doesn't come first.
Sometimes it's too late.
You're right. I've heard somebody say that. Yeah, like it don't even matter now if they try to do right. They've done so much wrong that there is no right. Like, you know what I mean? I can't even if you do right, I'm still gonna roll my eyes and find something wrong with it, because when I wanted this of you, asked this of you, etc., you weren't feeling it at all.
Yeah.
But now that it's like I'm at my wit's end, I'm ready to go do my own thing, get my own place, whatever. If you're living together, now you're like, okay, I got it. I'm going to do right. I'm going to start doing this and start doing that. The thing is, do you continue to do it, or do you go back to those same ignorant ass ways that got you to the point where it's like, I'm going to have to put a baby in it for it to stay?
And sometimes, the fella is ready to do right and commit and do everything that he's supposed to do. But like we said, it's too late. And so in an act of desperation, I'm going to get you pregnant. But before we go any further with that, Moss Essentials. We got to speak about our sponsor. This show is brought to you by Moss Essentials, because essential is more.
Telling you, like, it really works. It really is a
CBD oil.
Yes.
People.
A pain reliever without having all of the over-counter drugs and the side effects and all the other kind of stuff. It works. Like, you don't even realize it worked. You're not feeling the pain anymore, and you're like, dang, I didn't even realize it. So simple. Don't really have an aftertaste. It's kind of minty. Mm-hmm. You just put like a drop under your tongue.
Yeah, a dropper.
Yeah, a dropper under your tongue, and it really works. I'm not saying it just because, it's the sponsor. I use it, especially when I'm working daily. Mm-hmm. Daily. Like, it really does work.
And it's relaxing.
Yes.
I've used it, and it definitely relaxes me, calms me after a long, busy day when I just want to wind down and get ready, to mellow out right before bed or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely works.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to our topic.
The topic at hand.
The topic at hand. And if you are interested in buying this, you can definitely buy it. If you follow us on Instagram, you can reach out to us and we'll put you in contact with them. Otherwise, you can go to mossessentials@gmail.com, send a request, use the Cognac Room Podcast as your code.
You can get a
discount. Okay? So definitely do that. They respond rapidly.
Yes.
And you will be in business. They will explain everything to you, describe everything to you, answer any questions you may have, and get the product to you ASAP.
Yeah, they do. Really does come fast.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I feel like, guys will do that shit, man. It's like, I'm gonna get her pregnant. Then that way, maybe ain't nobody else gonna want her. Maybe she gonna be tied down.
Why would a man who really wants a woman think that if she had a baby, nobody would want her?
Well, it does disqualify her with some men. Some men don't want a woman with children.
Yeah, some men, but
especially young children.
Some men are like, I'll be that baby daddy. Uh-huh. I'll be that baby pappy. Uh-huh. Like, they like it. It is what it is. What, like, with fruit snacks? What you need me to bring? Diapers? What? Like, they come in there and they like, you're lost, bro. I got her and the kid.
Yeah.
Then you mad because I don't want no other man around my kid. Like, it's just too much confusion to even waste your time instead of just doing the right thing. Like,
yeah, I agree. It's easier to just do the right thing. But the question was posed. My G, you purposely going to subject yourself to child support?
But
because that's a real thing.
But sometimes people know that they're people. Some people know that chick wouldn't do that. Like, even when we're on bad terms, we've talked about it. We've discussed certain things. I know that she would just let me take care of my kid, whatever. If she leaves, even though I don't want her to. Because every woman isn't like that. Like, some women are like, you do what you got to do. I ain't bringing the system in it. Don't nobody want the system in their business.
Right.
But there are some vindictive and, women who are spiteful. And if you don't love me, you can't love this kid. You can't see this kid. You can't. So when you do that and you set yourself up with a woman like that, you deserve what comes to it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But a lot of times you don't know she's like that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You never know. That representative be holding
up
strong.
I feel like the representative holds strong. I feel like we don't take enough time to get to know the individual.
Yeah.
Because we know them. We know who that person is when things are good, when the sun is shining and emotions are high and the fish are jumping and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cotton is high.
That's what I was thinking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you don't know how this person is once this woman is scorned.
Exactly. Once she's angry.
Once she's been hurt.
And the thing is, most of the time, people don't hide that. Like if you see somebody, you're with somebody and they're like vindictive with their friends and they're, no, I'm for real. Like vindictive with their friends, petty with their family, like, just quick to throw shade at somebody or throw them under the bus and whatever. You see them doing all of that. And in the relationship, maybe they're not doing that with you because you're cool, because everything's good. Mm-hmm. But you think when shit go bad with y'all, they ain't going to give y'all the same treatment. That's where you got to, kind of look at it and be like, dang, like I ain't think she would do me like that, but she did everybody else like that. What makes you above it?
What makes you special?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if she's willing to walk away from the penis. Because, it contrary to what I've heard so many black men say, black women have men's back big time. We stay way longer than we need to in relationships.
Facts.
When we know that they have gone wrong, we stay way longer. So you had time to see, how not so much how she treats you, but how she treats other people. Because it's like they say, you never date or marry the person who's mean to the waiter and the janitor and other people who can't really, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If you just
people who don't really even matter
to them, if that's somebody's spirit, more than likely you gonna get that spirit at some point. Now we know that some chicks is just freaking bananas. Like I unfortunately have had some family members who ran into some banana trees. Fuck the banana, but the whole damn tree.
What damn?
And have done these outlandish things to keep the kid away and all of that kind of stuff or whatever, but their mental definitely wasn't right, and it was something that was not seen or thought, they wouldn't do that to me. And they are men who want to take care of their kids, who want to be in their kids' lives, but decided like, of course I don't want to deal with you in a romantic way. And now they have an uphill battle for, the next 18 years. And then you got to pray that the mother doesn't poison them, because ladies, as much as you want to say, I would never, you do. You do. And not all, of course, but there are women out there who do that poisoning. And then you can't get through to the kid because they only believe what mama said. And they haven't heard your side of the story because they're not privy to it. Or privy to you. So
absolutely. So I think it goes both ways. Women will try to trap a man by getting pregnant or by lying and saying that they're pregnant.
Oh my God, boy.
I've had that happen.
That happened so much, especially I feel like when we were younger, like, oh my God, you gonna break up with me? I'm pregnant.
Right.
Like, what? And you get some money. Go have a fake abortion. You go buy shopping,
some fucking
take you and
shoes
your friends
and
shopping.
Shit. Yeah,
that was the thing back in the day. Like, oh my gosh, so many chicks did that. Like, I feel like everybody out there knows at least two chicks that have done that.
Yeah, I know. I've had a couple do that to me.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hit old JC with the fucking bullshit story. I'm pregnant. I need an abortion. Well, actually, they don't say they need an abortion.
What do you want to do?
They wait for you to say, because they know you don't want no damn kid. So they wait for you to say that, and then they hit you with the okie doke.
Yeah. But that gotta be. You shouldn't even be doing that if you over 21. Like, no, you shouldn't be doing it at all. But you damn sure shouldn't be doing it over 21. Like,
but they doing it.
You think they still doing that in the street?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Women will be women until women are no longer women.
Hold up now, because everybody ain't like that.
Well,
I ain't never
no.
claimed a kid that, and then went to the store on them.
Well, yeah, but women will lay up and get pregnant on purpose. They'll tell you they're on birth control, or maybe they were on birth control. They'll stop taking their fucking birth control to get pregnant so that they can, I got it, trap.
I don't know.
Thinking that it's gonna keep a
anybody would
motherfucker,
do
but
that.
it won't.
My main thing is like, why do you want somebody that don't want you,
Well,
or that don't want you to that extreme? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're not gonna be exclusive, you think the baby gonna make them exclusive? Not really.
no,
Not really.
but wishful thinking. So
naive thinking.
wishful thinking. When people are desperate and they have no cards left on the table, they'll try to recycle a big joke on your ass in a minute.
Pull it from under the table.
And over here digging in the books.
Yeah,
on your
exactly.
ass, you know what I mean?
Pulling it out of an already made book.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah. I never really understood that at all. It was like just go, like, or just let it go, whatever. Like, nah.
Real shit.
And what you don't even want to be is the person who took the money and didn't have or took the money and you wasn't really going to use it because now he like, you a thief and a liar. Like, you damn sure losing the dude. Like,
hell yeah.
Like, they really ain't taking you seriously.
But they don't think you're going to find out.
Well, when you had on your skips and I wouldn't take you outside, but now you got Jordans in a Jordan outfit, because I'm saying these are more than likely young people, Jordans in a Jordan outfit on every day for at least a week. Nah, 300 some odd dollars. All right, 2 days. 2 days Jordans is expensive, and the whole suit to go with it.
Yeah,
gonna run you a little bit of change. So you got that on for the next 2 days, and then you like, oh, now I got rid of the baby, but you ain't on your period. You ain't bleeding nowhere. You can screw and everything else.
Well,
like,
the thing is, a lot of times they'll play it out. Now they're not dumb to that degree.
No, some of them are.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
Some of them are.
Yeah, but I mean, I know so many females who try to trap dudes like that, but I know a lot of dudes who try to trap females. I've heard dudes say, "Hey man, she trying to. I think it's over. Whatever. Hey man, you think she'll still let you hit? Yeah, she love the dick. Okay, cool. Get her pregnant." That's
like
your homeboy's
Y'all have
advice.
conversations like that.
No, I have.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying men.
But yeah, that's your homeboy's advice. Well, shit, you can always get her pregnant, bruh.
You gotta watch who you hang with.
This nigga don't like you.
I wish my friends would be like, he leaving and whatever. I think I'm gonna get pregnant. I kick him.
I'm
like,
just saying.
What? No.
If your homeboy tell you that ain't your homeboy. He don't like you. He trying to set you up for the rest of your life, G.
Exactly. Because now he better go half on these support.
Yeah.
Whatever. Because like, you told me. Now she won't let you see the kid and everything
exactly.
else. Like,
and my thing is, no woman is that fine. No situation is that great that I'm willing to subject myself to child support for 18 years to try to possibly hold this woman in my life against her will. Because the fact of the matter is, baby or not, if she don't want you, she don't want you.
Eggs black.
And it ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna work.
And I know a lot of men think, well, like you said, if you got kids, ain't nobody gonna want you. First of all, not more than likely, but in many instances, when you got here, I had some kids, nigga. You want to stay. So you think if you want to stay, and I got some kids, that when you leave, you think somebody else ain't gonna want to come stay?
You gonna be right there.
Yeah, like they waiting for you to mess up, because if your chick is that chick, no matter what, somebody else gonna want to come. Somebody else gonna want to give it a taste. Somebody else gonna be willing to play stepdaddy. They gonna want to do it. So
real shit.
Like, don't ever think that just because you don't want it or because you walk away that she ain't never gonna get nobody else. Because that's a lie.
That's a lie.
She sucking new dick. She singing new songs, and she doing new positions with the next person.
Doing those same tricks.
And that person more than likely is treating her better than you.
Because it's still new. He may fuck up as well.
He may, but he may be a better person. Because sometimes it ain't
sometimes it's about the person.
It's just about the person.
Yeah, real shit.
In general. Like, because if we together and you talking shit to me, you rude to me and whatever, and I finally get enough of it and I say I want to leave, the next person come, they might cheat, but because they treat me better on a day-to-day basis, because they actually seem like they care or whatever, a woman might be like, you know what? You made a mistake. We know that it's a choice, but you made a mistake or whatever. I'm willing to give you another chance, where she won't give that guy another chance who maybe didn't step out on her, but he treated her like crap.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Absolutely. I'll tell you this too. Excuse me. I'll tell you this too. It's almost like it's a form of abuse.
What is?
Trying to get a woman pregnant so she'll stay.
It damn sure is.
Or so that you can keep a toehold in her life. You know what I mean? Like, it's senseless. It's unnecessary. And it's not just a young boy's game, because when I did the shit one time, and I'm telling you, I was well over 35. No. Yeah, I was well over 35.
Sad. Just sad.
I tried that shit, man.
Just sad.
Because, I was drunk.
Unicorn cookies.
It was unicorn cookies. She had an old clapper. And I was like, damn, I was watching her walk away. Her thing clapping. Somebody gonna dive on this motherfucker. I got to hurry up. Hey, you want to go out to eat? Let's go out to eat. Here, drink this. Drink. Let's go home.
That don't make no damn sense.
Before you know it, I'm in there.
Just letting off.
Doing the boogie. Then it's time. And a big moment arises. And I'm like, you know what?
You about to take it off.
Fuck it.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes and just let it rip. Dumb shit, man. That's
too
dumb.
grown for that, too.
Absolutely.
Way too grown for that if you were over 35.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But did you feel like whatever made you do that, was it just about the relations, or was it the person in general? Did you really want to stay?
I didn't want that person to leave my life. I wanted her to stay, and she was acting shady as a motherfucker. I felt like there is was probably someone else that she was interested in, and it was just she was ready to try something new. And I saw a lot of signs.
You went away.
And so it made me very suspicious. Mm-hmm. It made me very insecure. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go down let off in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Did the relationship continue? How long did the relationship?
Oh, it extended some things for a brief spell. Like, so basically after that incident, we broke up any fucking way. Mm-hmm. Then when they found out that they were pregnant, they were like, oh, well, let's work it out. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, cool. And then it didn't work out anyway. They didn't end up having a kid, and it was whatever else. And then still lost the fucking relationship. So it was pointless. And it just extended the inevitable. The inevitable. And I mean, after that, after she spent the block, came back, we may have had relations like maybe 2-3 more times. So it didn't really, you know what I'm saying?
Darn sure didn't stop or extend those clap warranties.
No, clap warranty still expired. Still expired.
So you got nothing of it. You just wasted extra time. You prolonged the heartache. I don't know if it was heartache by the end. It was heartache,
and it made me appear to be weak, insecure.
The things that you said you were feeling, though.
Yeah. Weak, insecure, evil to a degree, because it was like, motherfucker, you did this shit on purpose. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then there were those times I've done this too. I've had the girl and I've been like, man, because I'm like, she's so bad, man.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Some people really be like, we have a beautiful kid, whatever. I don't really like it, but the kid would be beautiful. And they genuinely feel like I would love the hell out of a kid from her. Yeah. Even if I don't want her. And women, Darren should be like, like he got the aesthetics that I want to have, mixed with my DNA to have that kid or whatever. Right. So sometimes we definitely want that. It's not always just the pockets. Like, I don't even understand though that women who be like, like just for the pockets, and they be having babies with frogs. Like, why you setting your fucking kid up for that bullshit? Like, that you only with this dude because his pockets is deep and that he look like a frog. But now you going to make a little frog junior and set them out there for the world. And like, now this nigga got to be out. Man. No, for real though. Like, I don't know why people be acting like they don't think these thoughts, but I'm going to say it. women be with men who look just like I would never.
Mm-hmm.
They look like I would never, ever, ever. But because their pockets are deep, they will reproduce and then have this little gremlin.
Oh, God.
Child. And my thing is, if you know that the person that you're doing this with got great pockets, but they're not easy on the eyes, why would you do, why would you do that? Because first of all, you might be a good looking chick because he with you because you good looking, you with him because his pockets deep. But y'all combination, toxic Avenger. You done made a little monster for real. Now it ain't even good looking as daddy.
Yeah.
Because you done put your DNA in it. Now them chinky eyes that's cute on you on a frog ain't the same. Like you setting this kid up.
Frog, man.
You setting this kid up, to deal with these kind of issues because people don't care that kid's pockets deep. Kids are cruel. So now he in school getting picked at because you just wanted some pockets. So you wanted some change. Or you wanted to be taken care of for 18 years. And now you in this picture with this kid scaring everybody, passing them around for Christmas.
You're wrong
and stuff.
for that. I'm not signing off on that.
You ain't got to sign off. I feel that way. We ain't all making beautiful kids and all that. There's somebody for everybody, and in the eyes of somebody, that person is darn sure beautiful. But in the naked eye of the regulars, you don't feel that way, and you just I don't know. I think about stuff like that.
Very true, and that's the thing. And then. It's a very immature mindset, but it's like, I want people to know that I fucked this bad motherfucker, so I'm going to put a baby in her.
True.
So that when people see my baby's mama, they know I had a bad mom. Like, that is some, oh my God, man.
But I think that's just life goals, not goals, but we all if you dealt with somebody that's a bad motherfucker, like women and men, you kind of, it's like, I don't want to tell my business and I ain't about to, put a sign up, but it's kind of like, I've been there. Like you want people to kind of know, like, don't worry about where I'm at right now. I've been over there. I've been on that block. Like it's good over there. I've been over there.
Yeah.
Like you just, especially when the person is good looking or they got, good looking and have stuff going for them or whatever, because sometimes if they the frog, even if they got the money, you don't want people to know you done been with them. You sweep that under the carpet. But if it's the whole package, you kind of want people to know you been there. Like, I did that. Women are out there going, I tapped that too.
Yeah.
It's not just men.
They call it baby trapping.
Baby trapping.
Baby trapping.
That ain't right.
Like the parent trap, it's the baby trap. Like, you trying to keep a motherfucker in your corner, or you just want everybody to know.
Yeah, you ain't even trying to keep them. You just want to know I've been there. I climbed that mountain.
Like,
too.
in where that perpetuates or comes from is like dudes would see guys go, like, hypothetical. I'm in the car with my homeboy. He goes to pick his kid up. Mom comes out. So I'm like, damn, dude, that's your baby mama? Like, that motherfucker nice.
Yeah.
So then it's like an ego thing.
Exactly. Even if I don't want her, he still gonna say, man, she crazy as a motherfucker or whatever. But in real life, he like, yeah.
Yeah, I hit that.
I did that
on a regular basis. Every position you can imagine. I still
can go back when I want to.
Right, and that's the main. That's the one. That's the next one.
That's the thing.
That's the next one, because a lot of times they want to just be able, because there is this stigma. Thank you. That the woman, that your baby, you can always hit your baby mama.
But it's not really true.
It's true in some cases.
It
is
not as much as they make it seem like it's true.
Nah, I think it's very overrated and overestimated and over popularized. Because in truth and honesty, like I said, sometimes when motherfucker don't want you, they just don't fucking want you.
Yeah.
And having a baby by them doesn't necessarily mean that they'll stay. It doesn't necessarily mean that later on down the road you will get a chance. But I'll also say that it increases your chances.
It increases your chances because a lot of women, have, first of all, y'all men out there make us feel like if we've been with more than one man, we're a hoe. So it's kind of like,
basically,
See, it's that bullshit.
You've been with more than me. Like, whatever you did before I got with you, that's what you did before I got with you.
But anything that comes with or after.
If we've been broke up for 2 years and you've been with like 4 different dudes.
Oh, I thought you were about to say if you've been broke up for 2 years and you've been with one other man.
Nah, you've been with 4 different dudes. I'm probably gonna look at you sideways and be like, "You out here hoeing?"
But it's okay if you've been with 10 other women.
Society.
I don't blame society because that was a little bit of Jay.
Yeah, I'm just saying society makes it fair seeming. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Society makes the shit fair seeming.
Yeah.
A
lot of times I think, like I was saying, women, because we get stigmatized for having a bunch of baby daddies. So it's like, okay, he ain't crap or whatever.
Excuse me.
If I do get pregnant by somebody else, at least my kids will have the same father. That kind of thing, so you get trapped into that. Like, yeah, I got 6 kids and whatever, but at least they got the same daddy kind of thing. When it's kind of like, I know one girl, and I love her logic on it is real. She was like, yeah, I got 1 kid. I got, 3, 4 kids. She said, yeah, they all by different daddies. Because when you fuck up once, why the fuck am I revisiting? I leave. Like, that ain't it. I had this kid. Thank you. It's the blessing. But no, like, bye. Like, he was like, I don't go backwards to something that fucked me over or did me wrong or whatever. I move on. So when I moved on, I always thought the next one was going to be that person. And when you're with that person, you do those things and you make them happy and they make you happy. Okay, we having a baby. Great. Then you fuck up. And if you were a no nonsense type of woman, you like, yeah, okay, I'm out. And she made a good point by saying, like, why would I keep having kids by somebody who's not right? You go to the next one. And it might sound crazy to society, but to me, I got it. I was like, okay, I get it. Like, you're right. Because we do also look at women who say this man ain't shit. He doing this, he doing that, whatever he steal from me, he do all that. I'm pregnant. What?
Yeah.
What? By the same person?
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes it's good, so you keep going back.
Yeah, you keep going back, but
and
they
it's
keep
like
doing something fucked up. Though.
Once the condom comes off, though, it's hard to get a motherfucker to put that back on.
Nobody in a relationship ever wants to put the condom back on.
Yeah, I think at that point you should take it upon yourself to ensure that it doesn't happen. And then you have the hypotheticals. Not the hypotheticals, but you have the exceptions where you're on birth control and still get pregnant. That can happen. Yeah, that does happen.
Yeah.
I guess some people got super sperm.
That's true, and some women are just fertile. Like once you start, I can't. Them last 3 was like pop, pop, pop. I'm like, I could barely get up from the last one. But
have you ever had a guy that say that to you? I'm get you pregnant.
I have. I feel like it was definitely in the younger years. Definitely had a scare or two where you thought you were and was like, oh, thank God. Okay, it wasn't. But they were
you still kept.
But they were happy. Yeah. So it's kind of like, did you do that on purpose? Like, right. Did you try? Whatever. But I feel like even with my husband in the beginning, it was kind of like, yeah, like I'm not leaving. Like this is before we was, married. It was like, I'm not leaving. Like you gonna have a baby or something. And but when you are in that mindset and you're in love or whatever, especially when it's like all new and everything, you like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But luckily it just worked out for me that I did end up marrying him, whatever, and had some kids. And then I had a kid, then had some kids back to back to back.
Yeah. So that could have ended badly.
It could have. It could have ended badly.
But fortunately for you.
Yeah, it didn't. I say I'm lucky. It probably, when I think about relationships and moving on and all that stuff, I was like, I had a good round that first time. God probably ain't about to give me that. Although he's like, you was so lucky. You had somebody that actually was true to their word and loved you and whatever. And you had a good relationship. And like, shut up. You all right. There's some people who ain't never had that. So stop bitching. So that's how I look at it. But definitely have had that. And even older, like now, I've had somebody say that to me. Like, first of all, if you do that, like you got some super stuff because these things is all tied up and everything else. But it's like when somebody says it to you, I don't care what's going on down there. You could not have a uterus, have had a hysterectomy, but when somebody say that to you, your body get to feeling funky. You get to going, oh shit, like no matter what for a little bit until something comes, whether if you're still having your menstrual cycle or your body just kind of calms down. You put it in your head and you get nervous as shit because, again, like Jay said, you in the moment, it's like, yeah, I don't care, get me pregnant, whatever.
And soon as you get up, soon as you get up,
you like, oh, shit. You pin,
right.
you pin wide leg, like, please come out, please come out, please come out.
You're squatting over the toilet,
it's your house, and
you hacking and pissing and everything,
because you praying
doing reverse kegels and shit.
Because you praying like, nah, God, I was just joking. I'm gonna stop playing with you like that because I know you can make all things possible. I know these tubes been tied for a long time, but then you start going to read, and that's why I was telling you, like, even I know men are like, their favorite line from a woman is that, you know, her tubes are tied or whatever.
Yeah.
You can still, if you are that 1 in a million or 1 in 100, you can still get her pregnant. Like, she could just pop up at 46 somewhere. She's been to had her tubes tied for 12, 13, 14 years, and it's according to who tied or if they were just clipped or whatever, and all these other factors. You could end up with daddy. She could end up pregnant at that age. Now y'all all looking crazy because don't nobody, unless you a millionaire, you got the coinage, or never have had any, which that's not the same discussion.
It's not the same.
Don't nobody want to be new parents at 46, 47 years old. Don't know.
Nah, man.
I can't imagine carrying a baby.
I can't imagine running behind a motherfucker later in age.
Like, exactly. Like all the things you do with a kid and all the energy they take.
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah, that's too much.
And I guess I'm saying this because it's fresh in my mind. Just saw a baby be born a few days ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. But damn, like, I was like, shit, did I do that? Like, and I had to tip my hat to her. Like, girl, you done did something I ain't never did, because that what happened to you, that ain't happened to me. Like, that was a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? But in thinking about it, like, I couldn't imagine going through the process of having a baby, carrying a baby, going through labor and all that other stuff, and then even being with the newborn and everything like that. I'm like, boy, if I had to do this all day,
that's rough, man.
Like,
that's
it's
rough.
It's different.
It's hard enough when you're young.
Yes. It's hard because you really don't know anything.
Yeah.
But now we know what it takes.
Yeah. And now you realize it takes more than I even thought before I had the first one. Like, golly, what the hell is going on?
Because it didn't take nothing for you to get down and play with a baby or run after a kid or whatever when you were younger. Now when we got to run, that's a thought that we thinking about 30 minutes before. Like, this kid going to wake up running. Shit.
Yeah.
Get down on the floor. That's going to take me 15 minutes to get up. I got to turn this pot off before I get down there and play with him. Like, you thinking about all of that stuff. It's not the same. I can't even imagine.
Those terrible twos are a motherfucker.
Shit, terrible 2s, 3s, 7s, 8s, 9s.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's according to who your kid is.
Some of them
just take the terrible 2s and run them up.
Yeah.
They run them up.
And they will run from your ass. Like, you trying to get them. They got something they ain't supposed to have. You going towards them. Come here, baby. And they take off running. You like,
they got the jaws of life. You can't get in their mouth for nothing. You can't open a baby's hand for nothing. Can't bend their legs when they don't want to. It's like, come on. Like, what is
trying
this?
to pick them up?
Oh, the stiff back. The stiff back be making me want to just let them slide through. Like, I can't. Ugh. Yeah. I can't even imagine trying to be a new mommy because somebody you wanted to have a big head one night and be like, I'm going to get you pregnant.
And I mean, I feel like it's a form of domination, control. You know, like, hey, I have the power to do this, and I'll choose whether or not I want to do it, and I'll threaten you with this because I have the power. I am the master of the fucking universe right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right, He-Man.
Yeah. Man, it's just.
I was just thinking, like, though, you know, you do all of that, and you feel like you had discussions where you feel like she gonna keep it, and she be like, yeah, I'm pregnant, but I ain't keeping it. Like, because again, at this age, we in control of our own self. I'll get abortion money. I'm gonna work over for 2 days, nigga. I'm good. Like, I don't need you to pay for it. I got it. Don't worry about it.
But
like,
then, you know, those guys that do the shit on purpose, they gonna hit you with, you gonna kill my baby. They gonna make you feel like shit.
Okay.
They're gonna try to play on every emotion, you know, and hope that down the road, after you carry it for a little while, depending on if you got to wait those 2 weeks to get the money, then maybe you'll change your mind in the process or whatever. I don't know. It's just it's crazy. It's pointless. It's useless. It's the worst thing ever. You know, like I said, I've threatened women with it. I've tried this shit before.
Black Kevin Federline over here trying to Britney Spears Kevin Federline his way.
And then you have men that'll do that shit for security, like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the term homosexual, and I don't like how they try to perpetuate that and apply that to black men in the way that they do.
Yeah,
but there are some men,
black men, but yeah,
I think it's mostly black men.
I feel like I know that they say it, but it ain't. But I feel like they say, you know, when it's said, it's always directed towards us. But to
black men, yeah. And my whole thing is like, okay, dude, like, there are other means that you can use to hang on to this woman or to convince her to stay. But once again, you get a woman pregnant, she has a child by you, you have an inroad into her life for the next 18 years.
Yeah.
Like you have to see each other, you have to converse, things of that nature. And there is a good chance that when she's not seeing someone, and she's lonely,
she'll go for the familiar dick.
She'll go for the familiar. You know, you can say, hey, let's just hang out. We trying to co-parent. We need to be able to get along, whatever. And dinner date here, there, some drinking, drop off, kiss. Now you're in the room. It's going down. Now it's like she fucked up. She's like, damn, I fucked up, but it was good. And maybe he's different now. Like, this is what's going.
There's a TV show that was out. Oh my God, and I can't. What's the girl? LaToya Luckett was the star of the show, and she had started dating a new guy. She had she was married before, of course, divorced, and they had a daughter that maybe was like 14 or something like that, and they did good co-parenting. One night, that's what happened. Got drunk, whatever. They got it in. It was like, oh my God, get out! Like, what are we doing? Like, stop it.
Oh, they didn't go through with it?
They had relations, but the next day they was like, no, we tripping. Like, we are not together. We don't want to be together, whatever. She had a guy that she had started seeing, but, you know, hadn't gotten serious with.
He done fucked that up.
She started, you know, she didn't know she was pregnant. So she continued on with this relationship with him and everything. And then the relationship was going good. He was like, for real, would you be my girl, whatever? She was like, yes, whatever. But then she said she was just, you know, feeling funny or whatever because she didn't really have morning sickness. She was just like, you know, women know their body. She was feeling crazy and went to the doctor, found out she was pregnant. And she hadn't had sex with the new guy yet. So she knew it was the other guy. And so they had to figure out whether, you know, are you willing to stay? Now, in the show, the new guy stayed. But
kudos to that dummy.
No, because she didn't.
I'm not going.
Because
so she was really, already seeing him. See, it's a slippery slope.
She was like, they had been on a few dates. She didn't know that it was really going to build. And then, you know, that one night thing happened. Like, what the hell? What am I doing? Like, whatever. Then they continued to date after that, and then that's when it got, you know, to the point where he was like, I really like you. I dig you. Let's you know, take this another step further. Let's for real be a couple. And he chose to stay after he found out he was pregnant. But now, don't get it twisted. This is a black TV show.
Interesting.
He went off. He had an attitude.
As he should.
Now, but afterwards, the testosterone between him and that baby father, because he was kind of like, y'all not together.
Yeah.
This me and her. And you ain't even really got to stay. I got the coinage. Whatever.
Yeah.
And he couldn't, you know, she's like, you can't really do that. So that was the basis. That was the premise of the show. And it was a really good show. It had a season. I don't know where it went. It was one of them pandemic shows.
Got you.
It was really good though.
I may have to check that one out. I don't think I've seen it. Try to
find it. Like, yeah, it was a really good show. But I was like, what? You know, thinking like they made a show about this, whatever.
Yeah, it's real life though.
Exactly that situation.
It's real life.
Exactly that situation.
It's scary because 9 times out of 10, the guys that are spitting this, I'm gonna get you pregnant, or secretly plotting to get you pregnant to keep you, or to just let everybody know he had a bad motherfucker, whatever the thing is, most of those guys are the guys that don't really want kids. Exactly. They're not really gonna be good fathers. They're not gonna be present. They don't have the coinage, as you put it. They're not, and even if they do, like, they don't want to do that because they want to date other women. And we all know that children will put a damper on your dating life, whether it be because of you having them in your home or having to be
Pick
there with them.
It's like the if you got to get your kid every other weekend, like, you know, like, stuff like that. That still puts a damper on stuff.
And women, a lot of women aren't willing to do that. They're like, man, you got a fucking newborn and you all in my face. Like, nah,
exactly.
Go be with that motherfucker.
What happens when we feel like you have a newborn is like, you definitely can go back over there.
You can go back.
You can go back over there. So we feel a way like that automatically brings in a trust issue, because it's like you dropped off the kid. You left 2 hours ago. Mm-hmm. What took you so long coming back? You know, those kind of things. Right. And maybe that's an insecurity.
It's construction on 85, motherfucker.
But it may be an insecurity, but it's also something that could happen, especially when that baby is new. Yeah. And like, you picking up that baby, if she's the type of mother that's like, okay, hey, the baby a week old, you can come get it. It drink formula. Take this baby.
I don't like it.
I'm sorry. The baby.
Baby.
I call kids it. I called my son it for a long time.
Oh, Jesus.
The boy. This is what we call him. But you can get this baby. Now you get this baby, you drop it off. No big thing until that
again.
Until that, I'm sorry, you drop the baby off until that 6-week period is up where mom is out of commission. Now the 7th or 8th week, it take you 5 hours to drop that goddamn baby off.
I'm not doing it.
I'm packing. Even if we don't live together, I'm getting my toothbrush, I'm getting my pair of slides I left under your bed, my soap, all the good lotions and shit I done bought you. I'm taking all that shit back because you done fucked up.
Yeah.
Because it's fresh, and that's what we're going to think. And it's probably not going to work because the woman's going to be insecure.
That's it, man. I mean, these guys are not worthy of the woman or the child in most instances. And there are some women who will lay up and allow this shit on purpose, knowing that he's a toxic motherfucker, knowing, you know, all the bullshit that you know about Craig. No, let's not use Craig. I got a buddy named Craig. Can't call him Craig.
Can't do Craig.
Chris.
Nope, not Chris either.
No, God damn it.
Davion or something.
Davion.
I don't know
that's Davion. A fuckboy name right there. Like, you just know Davion ain't shit.
Yeah, you know his mama was in the world. She was like, Davion.
Davion, that's Shaquita's son. That's Shaquita's boy.
Look, let me tell you, something was so funny when we were in the hospital during this labor and everything. Mm-hmm. One of the nurses was named like Shaniqua. I could not get over it because I was like, Shaquita done made it to the hospital.
Made it
like,
to the CNA?
No, she was a nurse.
Oh, okay.
She was a nurse. She wasn't the CNA one. And she was actually really good. But all I could think about was Shaquita. And I kept calling her Shaquita.
Oh,
and they was
my
like,
God.
It's not Shaquita. It's not Shaquita. It's Shaniqua. I was like, I know, it's just hard. I gotta remember that. But yeah. She named Davion.
She named
Davion. And Davion, you know, he about that life.
Davion ain't shit because his daddy wasn't shit.
That's what his mama told him.
That's what his mama
told him.
But, you know, daddy didn't disprove mom.
Now that's the difference.
Yeah.
When mom is saying it and daddy's trying and daddy's doing all he can and whatever, then it doesn't matter. But when daddy proves mama right, that's the difference. That's the difference.
Real shit.
Even though I don't think you should talk down the opposite.
You should
the
never
other parent
talk down the other parent.
You shouldn't.
I remember having a conversation with my oldest daughter when she was younger and explaining to her that. So first of all, let me say that I felt that her mom allowed some things that she should not have allowed. I feel like my daughter was allowed too much control in the household as a child.
Okay.
That didn't make sense to me.
Okay.
So I remember having a conversation with her and explaining to her, but I had to be tactful. I didn't want to bash mom.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say, your mama don't know what she's talking about. Your mama don't know what she's doing. Your mama's doing a horrible job.
Yeah, you better not have. That would have thrown everything out the window.
No. So what I told her is I said, hey, thus far your mom has done a wonderful job with you. And I'm very proud of how she has raised you thus far. I say, but there are some things that I can help you with and that I can instill in you and that I can teach you and that I want you to learn that your mother just can't teach you because she doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because
she wasn't raised that way.
She wasn't raised that way. She didn't have that type of structure in her life. And I want to provide that for you. So that's why I'm so different when it comes to how I interact with you and what I expect of you, and you know, and I think it went over well because I didn't bash her mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like at that particular time, she was getting old enough to kind of see some things, and
that's it. Like, with me myself, like growing up in a situation where I was raised by my stepfather, who's not my stepfather, it's my daddy. My mother, but my dad was in my life. Not as much as he should have been, especially when I was younger, but he was in my life. My mom never bashed him, and to know my mother, that takes a lot. If anybody, listen.
See, I was doing fine. But
you done met Miss Joanne. So, for her, when I look back on that, I'm like she handled that like a G. She did not bash him to me, but when he let me down, she was just like, okay, like, don't worry about it. You not basically you don't need him, but in her own sweet words, she said, you don't really need him. Like, you got everything you need right here. Like, and you got a daddy, like, whatever. But she never said it in that way. She always made it seem like he probably was busy or he probably had to do this. She always covered for him. She let me find out who he was on my own as I got older and saw things for myself. Now, once that happened, though, she let loose.
Well, at that point, it's like,
she was like,
I told you.
I ain't want to tell you.
I ain't want to tell you that. I ain't want to tell you,
but your daddy ain't shit.
Like, and then, like, after she's already put those cards on the table and something happens down the road, I already told you now.
Yeah, exactly. She taught me not to expect much of him or whatever, like to take whatever, he gives and celebrate that for that moment, because it's probably going to be a long few moments before you get another thing to celebrate or whatever. And she let me build my own relationship. She let me be mad at him when he didn't come through instead of, go hug your daddy. Go over there and talk to your daddy. Call your daddy or whatever. Like he would call and she'd be like, you know what? She don't want to talk to you right now because you did this. I didn't say anything. This is her own reaction to it because you keep falling short and showing her this, and as I grew up, I didn't have to go through that with my kids, but I did have friends who came along who had the situation where the dad didn't live at home and they weren't together. And the main thing I would always say was like, don't bash the dad.
As adults, we need to start paying attention to the people that we date, that we deal with, straight up and down. Because at the end of the day, if you see early on that this man would not make a good father, that this man would not make a good husband. But see, what happens is, and I was this guy, fuckboy 49.
I'm getting it. Like, you getting the shirt. Go ahead. So, retired. Fuckboy 49. Yeah, retired. I'm going to put retired because I know you was going to say, I'm not that person no more.
Retired. I'm not 49, but you get the point.
Yeah, we get it. That's your handle.
Yeah. So I was that guy, but women still dealt with me and they still had relations with me. And they still
some of them would have been okay with it.
Relations with me. So it's like, you knew I wasn't shit. You knew I was out here doing all this crazy shit. You knew that I had already had children and I was struggling to be a part of their lives for whatever reason. It wasn't because I wasn't a good father, didn't want to be a good father, but I had torched some fucking bridges along the way that made it difficult in certain situations. And so you see this, you're aware of it, you know it, and you're still fucking me raw.
But that's what a lot of women do. Like, they get with the person and they feel like they'll be different with me.
And as much as that is a possibility, and as much as I'm a second chance type motherfucker, I believe in giving people chances and believing the best until you see the worst. But sometimes once you see the worst, it's too late.
It's the worst, and it's the best of the worst. Like they have given you their top tier worst. Yeah, and you should probably run. Yeah, you should probably run. Exactly. And that's the thing is, like I say, women, we give them another chance. We give them another chance. I'm gonna do this, whatever. But it's hard to really do that when it's not just about you. When there's a kid involved, you got to think about the little person.
Or the potential of a kid being involved. Because here's the thing. It's easy to say, well, I want him, but I don't want his seeds. Then
I'm definitely that person.
But it's probably not gonna last. Because if you are at a stage in life, if you can get pregnant and it wouldn't be a high risk pregnancy, chances are a lot of women don't want to abort children. And I feel like even now it's even more women who are saying, I'm not going to get rid of my child than there was, say,
because
30 years ago.
like, we could definitely take care of a kid on our own.
Exactly.
Like before, they made it seem like you can't raise this kid by yourself. You got to get married. You got to do, like, now we know we can take care of a kid on our own. And not on welfare, and we ain't got no lights, and I'm borrowing. Not that way. We can take care of a kid. And so, yeah, it's definitely, I'm gonna keep the kid. I don't need the daddy.
Yeah.
Like,
but then you find that later on you're bitter because you like, he don't do shit. He's not helping financially. He makes no effort to be a part of your life. He makes no effort to see you and blah, 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 whatever.
But you knew that.
You knew the type of nigga that you was fucking with when you fucked him.
Yeah. Like, if you can really think about it, like the person, like to the people out there, if you think about it and you can still have babies, and you think about the person you're screwing if you're not married or whatever, like, would you really want to have a baby with them?
Don't date a mother. This is me. This is what I say. Don't date a motherfucker that you wouldn't want to have kids with. Don't even date them.
That's kind of hard, though.
No, it's not. Once you realize this is not someone that I can have a child with, just go.
Okay.
Just cut.
And I don't mean
your losses.
To bring your.
Nah, go ahead. I'm an open book. This is the cognac.
And I know, like,
this is what we do.
You spoke on it a couple of times. Maybe I think you spoke on it. But I know in the, I don't know what you call it. What do you call that situation?
What, my 1 week marriage, my 1 minute marriage.
Yeah, your 1 minute marriage. At one point, like, weren't the options of having a child on the table?
No.
Okay.
No, neither one of us wanted children. We both already had children. We were good on that.
Okay.
So that was never a thing. Yeah, that was never a thing. No.
Maybe it was somebody else I was thinking about that. I've heard that story where it was like, we thought about it and we tried, and then it was like the man was, who was it then? If it wasn't you, who was it? Because it was in whatever situation.
Thought about it and tried, and what happened?
Then realized the other person was a little crazy and was like, yeah, nah, like, we not about to have no kids. Like, I'm not about to do that. Like, they decided, and I can't. That
does sound familiar. Maybe it was, and I don't remember, because that sounds familiar.
Yeah, like I
think maybe it was a situation where it was like,
yeah, we do.
Yeah, and then it didn't happen, and then it was like,
thank God,
disappointment on their part, and then I was like, God damn it, I'm so glad it did happen. I don't know I don't remember, and that's a goddamn shame, but I don't remember if it was her or if it was someone else, but that did happen. Yeah.
So, okay, I was like, I know I heard this story, and I thought it was you. I thought you had spoke on it on here or something like that. But it was like, I'm down because we love each other, and we're in this together. And then it was like, no.
And I'm so glad God is good. So, in conclusion, women, ladies, this is my suggestion to you all. If a man is telling you things like, I'm going to get you pregnant and shit, and you're not ready to get pregnant, if I were a woman, I'd just get the fuck away from him, because he's going to do whatever he has to do. If it poke a hole in the kind of whatever, men, if a woman is determined to try to trap you and get you to get them pregnant, because they'll say things, they'll do things, get the fuck away from them. If you don't want to get trapped up with that.
Yeah.
Don't date someone who wants something that you don't want. The biggest problem in relationships today is people are dating people who want things that they don't fucking want.
Doing things to appease somebody else.
Right. And then when it goes to the point where it's the rubber meets the road, it's like, and now you all emotionally tied, and it's hard, and it's a breakup, and we're back together, and he's toxic, she's toxic, it's bad. No, motherfucker. You knew this motherfucker wasn't the one, but because of fear of being by yourself,
fear of being alone will take you down a road for a long damn time.
Fuck that. Man.
I feel like also too, like what Jay said, if the person that you're dealing with, even if you're just screwing or whatever, if you see traits in them and characteristics that you would not be worthy of being a parent to your child, or you wouldn't want your child to have those characteristics. Like, don't set yourself up.
Don't do it.
Even if that's your Mr. Goodbar, you call him when you need it or whatever, you need to do something to protect yourself, because you obviously don't find that man worthy of dating or being in a serious relationship with for whatever reason. So you definitely don't want to get pregnant by him, and don't nobody want to keep running back and forth to the abortion clinic.
Yeah,
like,
real
just
shit.
do something preventative in the beginning.